Hello, this is Nino Diulis, and I am going to be going over the evaluation phase for Team Banjo's project for first and second grade students, making a computer curriculum to prepare them for computer-based testing. In this evaluation phase, we were looking at teacher feedback from the curriculum. The teachers are our direct audience. The students are actually only a secondary audience for us. So we asked the teachers to evaluate the complete computer curriculum that we gave them, and a Google form was sent to the teachers for them to report that quantitative data back to us. Here is our form where we had them evaluate on a scale of 1 to 5 from highly disagree to agree. And you'll notice that here on the second part of that, we have a spot for them to put any additional comments. So we'll go through it question by question. The format of the lesson plans and the curriculum developed is user-friendly by the teacher. And so for this first question, the 5 of the 8 teachers that reported to us had given us a level of 4. 3 of them gave us a level of 3, and that gave us an overall rating of a 3.6, or just above actually. We thought would be a little bit higher because we did use the same lesson plan format that the school already uses, but still nonetheless it's a reasonable rating. Moving on to the next question. The 9 lesson topics cover the necessary computer skills for the grade level. We have 4 4s, 2 3s, and 2 2s, giving us an overall of a 3.25, or of our 1 to 5 scale. And here, we're not really sure if the teachers are aware of the ISTE standards for students. So at least in what they think that the students need, that's the rating that they gave us, but what we think the students need and what they think they need might be two different things. The next question, the assessments are age level appropriate. Here we have 5 4s, 1 3, and 2 2s, giving us an overall of 3.375, but really with only 8 teachers trying to look at it that precisely probably isn't that useful. But nonetheless, so we have age level appropriate. So they felt that some of the lessons might have been a little bit too advanced for the students, which we'll look at in a little bit later. Next question, the lesson plan, the lessons provided can be completed in the class time available. And here we're almost all over the place, but with an overall average of 3.0, but completely understandable because there is only 40 minutes in a class period, and some of those lessons we try to pack in a reasonable amount of material, and perhaps we need to cut back on that or have more class time available. So one of those two things we'll need to give, and we will address that in a minute. The lessons developed can be easily followed by the students. Here, 6 of them felt that it was a 4 out of 5. We have 1 3 and 1 2, and overall of, again, above a 3.6 in this case. And so we feel pretty good about that, and we feel that the worksheets that we made were step-by-step and pretty systematical and quite routine lesson to lesson that the students and the teachers were able to follow. We asked for an overall rating, and we had a overall rating of a 4 out of 5 from 6 of the teachers. We had 1 3 and 1 2, giving us again the same, just above 3.6. We did have one teacher who seemed to give us kind of poor marks across the board, and we do wonder, you know, if you have that one teacher who perhaps is going to just rate you lower, how much that will affect our evaluation. And so moving on, possible issue with that data. As I said, there's only 8 teachers, so a small sample size like that, you're going to have any outlier person is going to give you a skewed view on what your evaluated data is going to be. Of course, also the teacher motivation to evaluate the curriculum that does not directly contain their core content might be relatively low. So for example, we had some issues where teachers had reported that they wanted core content in the lessons, which is going to be difficult for us to do in the time that we have. And also, teachers might not have viewed or noticed all of the available content. For example, we had YouTube videos, and I feel that perhaps the teachers did not necessarily view all of that content before they gave us their ratings. Our SME had given us some feedback, and she reported that teacher morale is relatively low, and the teachers may not review our project with much enthusiasm at this time of the year with testing and a teacher contract that is in lieu. We did all agree that more computer lab time was needed, and so just to look at what would happen if we did have that greater computer time, we would say that the lessons can be broken down into smaller pieces so the students can have more time to finish within that 40-minute class time. And so as an example for that, in lesson 3, they would have more time to go through the online safety challenge using the Webinars interface, something that the students said that they really wanted to do more of. Lesson 4, the students can practice their typing skills more, something that the teachers also felt that the students should do, and the students themselves also wished to do more of. And in lesson 5, that proved to be a little bit too advanced. The YouTube video that was made was a little bit too quick-paced for them, so that could be broken down into parts as well. In addition, the request that we had from the teachers to integrate course content, that could be done as well with having more computer time available. That could be done by the teachers, and they can integrate that content. And therefore, you can have scaffolding of computer skills, and then on top of the computer skills, you can start to integrate things from English class and so forth. And so from that, we have that the building level team from the school had created a workable schedule to allow for 2 additional lessons in the computer lab per week in addition to what we were already having before. So that means that now they can do all those things that we just talked about, and they can start to build in some core curriculum and break down the lessons a little bit further over what we already had. And so with this, with us having shared our Google Documents with the teachers, they can now implement their own curriculum, add to what we've already given them, and from there, we feel that all the issues that we had can now be resolved moving forward. And so that is the end of our project, and we feel pretty good about what we've done. And thank you for watching.